welcome to another video. I hope you guys are doing great, because I know I definitely am. So today we're going to be doing an emulator update video. If you haven't watched my previous emulator video about Dolphin Emulator, I would highly recommend doing that. But today we're going to be doing an update video and looking at a new emulator. So this is certainly not a replacement for Dolphin. This is in addition, because this new emulator does not include Wii and GameCube. So you'll still need Dolphin if you want to emulate that. But the bright side is it has about 30 other emulators inside of one program. So what we're going to be looking at today is something called OpenEmu. And if you want to go to their website, it's openemu.org. I will link that in the description. And you see already there is lots and lots of different consoles you can emulate. And you can also add some if you know how to do that. So it's really, really cool. They have customizable controls, so you can do whatever you want with that. But it's really awesome. So the only downside to this emulator, guys, is if you guys are PCers out there, and I know there's tons of you who do not use Mac, you use Windows, and very few of you who use Linux, this is not for you. You can only download this for Mac OS X. So if you do not have Mac, I'm afraid I'm going to have to tell you to leave this video. But yeah, we'll definitely update this if they do have compatibility for Windows. I'll definitely update that. But for now, it is just for Mac. It's a fairly new thing. But yeah, they have that. So to download it, don't worry about this drop down. Don't do that. Just click the download now button. And it will do a direct download, which is really nice. Direct downloads are always great. So then your computer will download this file, whether it is a zip file or a file folder. Depends on how you have your unzipper set up. But you can open this. There might be a few different folders, but you'll hunt through them and you'll find this. It's not a DMG, it's an application. And so you can go ahead and open that straight from the folder, but what I prefer doing is dragging it straight into your applications folder. I'm not going to do that since I already have it installed right here. And yeah, so you can go ahead and open up the program. I have mine opening up right now, and I must say it's a pretty good GUI here, very user friendly. But you have lots of stuff here. You even have Homebrew, which is, you know, kind of nice. You could just grab some games if you want to. But, yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and read off the included consoles here. Atari 2600, Atari 5200, Atari 7800, Atari Lynx, ColecoVision, Famicom Disk System, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Gear, Intellivision, Neo Geo Pocket, Nintendo, or the Nintendo Entertainment System, Nintendo 64, Nintendo DS, Odyssey 2, PCFX, SG-1000, Sega 32X, Sega CD, Sega Genesis, Sega Master System, Sega Saturn, Sony PSP, Sony PlayStation, Super Nintendo, TurboGrafx 16, TurboGrafx CD, Vertex, Virtual Boy, and WonderSwan. So yeah, those are all the included consoles. And the method to get the games other than homebrew games is very simple. So as you can see, I have a few games installed already. Like I have Sega Rally for the Game Boy Advance. I do have a game for I have two games actually for the Nintendo Entertainment System, Lawnmower and Super Pack, both in which I got off the homebrew. So all you have to do is say I wanted to get Donkey Kong VCS. You just double click it. Game requires download. And now if I go back to my library, oh well, there we go. But you always click that power button to stop the emulation. But yeah, I installed it to, I believe, the 2600, and there we go, Donkey Kong VCS. So I'm going to show you guys how to install these games from the internet, because the homebrew does not have all these games. So you're going to go to a website called loverroms.com. It's a great ROM website. It's similar to the one I showed you guys in the last emulator video, but it's a lot more user friendly. I found it. And so all you're going to do when you come to the homepage of loverroms.com, again, I'll link that in the description, hover over ROMs and click whichever console you want. I'm going to go with the Nintendo 64. And then we have all these games. We can wait till all the pictures load up. And if you can't find what you're looking for, or, by looking through here, that's fine. All you have to do is search what you want. And I'm just going to search Mario Kart. Press enter. And yes, it will automatically be filtered to whatever console you selected. So this is filtered to only Nintendo 64 games. And there we go. It loaded up. We have a bunch of Mario Kart 64 titles here. My recommendation to you guys, now you don't have to do this because this is not always the case, but if you can, I would always select the American flag or British flag, because that's going to be in English unless you prefer it in a different language. And then sometimes, with whatever other countries, they can be in English as well, but I'd say just to be safe, stick to the American ones. So just click on the title there, and all you're gonna have to do is, you're here to this page, ignore that because obviously we already have an emulator. All we're gonna do is click this download button. So unfortunately you do have to wait, even though it says, hey, click fast download to install, blah blah blah. Don't do that, guys. It is a virus. That's 100% virus right there. So yeah, you just wait for this time to be up and you'll get your free download. And when that's done, you just click start download. And it will be a direct download there. And yeah, that's going to install. And depending on, the different game you get, you'll have to search through different files and zip things. When you're done, you should get something. It shouldn't look like a game cartridge. That's from another application I have installed. But it will be in some file format, whatever that is. And then you can open back up your OpenEmu. And so since I installed a Nintendo 64 game, I'm going to go over to Nintendo 64, drag and drop the game into the window. It's going to load up, and don't worry, that's totally normal. And you can double click that, and if it says that, just click OK, and there you go. So that is my game. It's going to load up, and as you can see, it is certainly loading up. Press enter. And when I did my Mario Kart 64 game, I actually used a different emulator called 64s. So it's a very great emulator, but it's not nearly as good as OpenEmu. So say I played a few rounds of Mario Kart, I'm done, I just click this power button. And of course you can also do full screen, so that's always great. And just click that power button. Are you sure you want to stop emulation? Stop. And yeah. So I love this emulator. It's very great because there's so many different games you can play, and it's so user friendly. I love it. I just love it. Yeah, I got Mario Kart DS. So, it runs pretty well. So, if you have a decent computer, all these games will run really well. So, I do highly recommend it, and yeah, it's a great emulator. One more thing I wanted to talk about is intros. So if you watched my how to set up a Wii video, you notice that I had a different weird little intro, and also on this video I had that intro as well. So that is my tutorial intro. But the gaming intro will remain that cool purple one, just so you guys know. I'm not switching my intro again. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace out. See you next time, guys.